No, I thought it was on the old Storecast allocation, but I could be wrong. And that was a while ago. I imagine nobody's doing that anymore. Well, the RDS thing is just text. It's pretty static. So I guess you could have some mixing like you're suggesting there. And maybe you could experiment with a filter in there to see if that is indeed what's doing it. But you ought to be able to see it with a spectrum analyzer or something if you got one.
Yeah, I have one. The issue is I have to. Okay, I have the ubiquitous 141T with several different plugins, which is, of course, the spectrum analyzer that always works. And then I have an 8495. So it's supposed to be like 9 kilohertz to 2.9 gigs with a tracking generator and everything. And the power supply on that thing constantly gives me fits. So it's every time I bolt the thing back together, it works great for a couple of months, and then all of a sudden it won't start itself. So that thing needs a 45 through the power supply at some point in time.
Oh, man. You don't have one of these digital oscilloscopes, do you, with an FFT analyzer in it?
No, I don't. You know, I need to get one. I have a Tektronix 100 megahertz 4-channel one that leaked 1,000 surface mount electrolytics all over the board and etched the 8-layer circuit boards to the point where I gave up trying to fix it.
Oh, yeah. Time for a new one. Yeah. I have one of these little, it's old, actually. It's probably 20 years old. Tektronix TDS 220, which has the FFT module in it, which is pretty useful, as long as you realize that it aliases, or stuff gets aliased. So you gotta set up the sampling frequencies right. But I've used it for a couple of things. It probably would detect that kind of thing. But anyway, a tower, huh? So what made you decide to invest in that?
Well, I actually bought the thing like 3 years ago, and I've just never put it up because the high bands really weren't working that well. And of course, last fall, everyone was, oh, it's here, you know, activity is now back. And I bought it used off of one of the hams in the local Falmouth club. And the tower is all there, and it's actually in pretty nice condition. He had moved and took the tower with him and left the base, you know, behind, obviously in a concrete pad in the ground. So, but I've got an awful lot of very good high-quality steel, and I can weld pretty well, so I'm just going to make up my own base. And a buddy of mine's got a cement mixer, so the trailer is going to go up to Home Depot or someplace for a whole lot of bags of concrete to mix up the base and then let it harden. I suppose probably about 2 or 3 weeks anyway before I'm going to consider trying to put the tower and raise it. But you know, it's time to get this thing out, Pete. None of us are getting any younger, right?
I hear you. Yeah, that'd be real fun to have one of those. Get some cool antennas up there. I don't know how big a base you have to pour, but gosh. Doing it in a hand cement mixer, man, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but there would be it would be very difficult to I'd have to have like a concrete pumping situation to have someone come over and actually do the concrete pour. So I'm going for the Armstrong method here. You know what? I need some more muscle mass anyway.
Yeah, when I was pouring footings for my pool deck, I hired a guy with he had like a mini cement mixer, and he was able to drive around the backyard with it without doing damage. But I had a lot of footings, that were 6 feet deep or more. I had to get down below the frost line. But anyway, yeah. Well, good luck with that project. Sounds like that'd be fun.
In the WA1SOV KB1VWC, yeah, I don't know how long you've been listening, but I've been de-robbed my sheds right now, so that's been the current project, so that I'll be ready for down and told me that it's getting close to dinner time, so I think it's time for me to get out of here this evening. But we're trying to reactivate 40 meters here in the afternoon, especially as the sunshine starts to continue to drop here, as all of our summertime activities are going to turn to winter. What are you running today anyway? What is this, a solid state radio or something hollow state?
Oh, it's a hybrid. It's the flex into a pair of 3500s.
Doing a nice job. Are you an early flex or are you a later flex? What are you?
No, this is a 5000, a flex 5000. And I guess that's an earlier flex.
Yeah, it's a Firewire one. No one below the age of 30 knows what that is.
This computer's on its last legs, too. I think I blew out some of the ports on this motherboard because the thing would just shut down on me. And it wouldn't work the Firewire off the rear port at all. So now I'm going off a front port. God only knows what the hell that's about. But I tried to get this computer to work with a Firewire card in a modern Windows 11 machine, and I could not get it to work right. And I don't know what to do about it. There was just incessant interrupts going on in the processor, which made it sound like staccato when you tried to listen or use it on receive and forget transmit, Anyway, we'll let you go. I heard a little of Aurora on you, of all things, there. So the band is probably starting to change around here. But hi to the ship's master there. And you have a good one, man. KB1VWC. This is WA1SOV. Clearly Radio. Good afternoon.
7-3's there, Pete. Yes. The Admiral from above has spoken. She gave me the 5-minute warning like more than 5 minutes ago, but I haven't heard the foot on the floor yet. But anyway, say hi to Jane. We'll catch you guys later. Nice chatting this afternoon. It sounds good. Maybe look for any pregnant electrolytics on the motherboard. Quite common on older motherboards to have 1600, 1800s at like 4 volts or 6 volts or something like that, with their tops partially raising the problems that can be cured in weird computers by kind of going through and recapping all of that stuff, but who knows.